Did you know that your thoughts and emotions can actually rewire your brain and shape your reality? Let's talk more about the science of manifestation. Hi, my name is Precious, and one of my bachelor's of sciences is in psychology. Let's talk more about this. So, what exactly is manifestation? Manifestation is focusing your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions towards a particular goal and believing that in you doing that, it makes your goal and your dreams come to fruition. So let's start off with neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to adapt. Our thoughts create these neural pathways. So when you have a repeated thoughts, it is strengthening that neural pathway. Our brains are not as fixed like we once believed it to be. It has an incredible ability to adapt, to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections through our lifetime. Here's how it works. Every time you think a thought, you practice a new skill, you learn something new, your brain activates a specific neural pathway. I want you to think of these pathways like a trail. Let's say you're driving in a forest. The more you keep driving back and forth throughout that forest, you're forming a trail, and that trail becomes more defined as time goes by. But if you stop using that path, then the trees begin to grow and cover that path. Just like that, in your brain, the more you use these specific neural pathways, the more defined they become, and the less you use it, it goes away. It fades over time. This is a process called pruning. In the process of pruning, your brain gets rid of unused connections to make room for new connections. I remember one of my favorite professors, there's a thing he would always say, which is use it or lose it. So just in our body, in our brain, if we don't use certain things, we lose it. Like, I used to do varsity dance in high school. I'm still a dancer, but I would do more lyrical in high school, and I could do the splits. And now, because I haven't practiced my splits in such a long time, it's harder for me to do the splits because I haven't strengthened those connections. So, when you are focusing on a specific goal, or you keep visualizing a goal that you want to come to fruition, you're strengthening these neural pathways in your brain. It's just like in the example of the forest I gave, it's like you driving back and forth into this trail and you're forming a path in a forest. So over time, this trail becomes so defined. This is why visualization and manifestation is so effective, because over time, it allows your brain to form these neural connections that are in alignment with your dreams and your goals. Another example, let's say you have a fear of public speaking. So you're trying to overcome this fear. Initially, your brain has these neural pathways that are associated with fear and self doubt. But when you keep visualizing yourself speaking, and you tell yourself, I am a great public speaker, you keep saying it over and over again, your brain starts to form new neural connections that are associated with confidence and self-trust. When you keep doing this over time, this new neural pathways overrides the fear-based pathway, and then you see that you are, or you become, a great public speaker. This is so important because your thoughts, your habits, your beliefs can shape your brain, which gives you the power to define your own reality. Now that we've explored more about neuroplasticity, let's talk about another key ingredient in this, which is our emotions. Although our thoughts are important, emotions are a key component in this, because emotions are the fuel that gives your brain the ability to manifest what you actually desire. Emotions are like a signal. They tell your brain, like, hey, this is what's important, and hey, this is what we should pay attention to. It's like a car without gas. If there's no gas, the car won't move. And if there's no emotion tied to something, then the ability for you to be driven to get that thing just won't be there. When I say when there's no emotion tied to it, I'm talking about a strong emotion. And this emotion can be either positive or negative. So our emotions are controlled by a part of the brain called the limbic system, and this includes our amygdala, our hippocampus, and our hypothalamus. Your amygdala is your brain's emotional alarm system, so it reacts to stimuli like things like that trigger fear, excitement, or even joy. Your hippocampus ties these emotions to your memories. This is why a specific song can bring certain emotions. When you look at something, you can feel feelings of sadness or happiness depending on the meaning you have attributed to said thing. And your hypothalamus regulates your body's physical response to your emotions. For example, let's say you're nervous, like your heart starts to race, things like that. These structures all work together to process our feelings and connect them to memories and actions. When you combine a thought with strong positive emotion, things like excitement or even gratitude, it activates these areas of your brain and lets your brain know that, hey, these thoughts are actually meaningful and powerful. Remember, your brain is a tool with consistent effort, with emotional alignment and visualization for your future. You hold the key to manifest the life that you desire. Some manifestation tips that I would 100% recommend. The first one is journaling. Try to write at least 3 things that you're grateful for each day. Doing this activates your brain's reward system, which is your brain's dopaminergic system. This reinforces this positive neural pathway in your brain. And another thing is mindful meditation. Try to just meditate for at least 5 to 10 minutes each day. And when you're doing that, you're going to visualize the life that you want to live. And you have to make sure that you activate or try to feel the emotions that are associated with the life that you're trying to live. For example, if you see yourself doing something, when you visualize it, visualize how you would feel if that was happening, because remember, your brain cannot tell the difference between your imagination and reality. So doing this reinforces those pathways and increases the chance of you actually allowing that to come to fruition. I hope this video was super helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or any topics you'd like me to talk about. That is all for now. Bye guys.